guys, Mark here with Going Twice. So I want to go over what sold for me this past week on eBay. It was a pretty active week. I had 40 sales in the past 7 days. So I'm going to go through each item and let you know what I paid for them and what they sold for. So this first item is an HP LaserJet P1006 laser printer. I bought this at the Goodwill bins for $5 and it sold for full price at $44.99. Next is a pair of Skechers Shape Ups. I bought these at a yard sale for $7 and they sold also for full price at $31.99 plus shipping. These knives, I bought a bunch of knives at an estate sale, or no, it wasn't a flea market. So I probably got about 100 knives for really cheap. I have $1 into these 6 and they sold for full price at $14.99 plus shipping. Bought this at the Goodwill. I sold the motor, which I showed in one of my last videos. So I have $250 invested into this because I got it at the Goodwill bins and decided to part it out. I sold the motor assembly and then the head assembly. And this sold for full price at $49.99 and I have, like I said, $2.50 invested into it. Really good idea to break things up and part things out sometimes so you don't have to ship things overly large. This is a set of drafting tools. Bought this at a yard sale for $5 and it sold for $28.99 with free shipping. This was a really fun find for me. I bought this at the Goodwill bins. I got a bunch of these vintage G.I. Joe kind of model kits, and these weren't sold in stores, so there was never a box to be associated with it. These were mail-aways, so you had to have like a special certificate to be able to mail away to purchase this from who is it? Hasbro. So I've had this for a little while. I had it priced kind of high because there weren't very many comps, and I sold through most of them, but I put this one on 25% off and it finally sold for $112.49, and since I picked it up at the bins, I only have about 50 cents invested into this. So that was a really great flip right there. This is a head Novak Djokovic. Not sure how to pronounce his last name. It's a racquetball or tennis racket bag holder, and I bought this at the Goodwill bins. I paid $3 for it and I took a best offer of $25. It was taking up some space and I've had it for a little while, so just took the money and ran. A pair of Merrell Continuum Chameleon 3 hiking shoes. Bought these also at the bins for $2.50 and they sold for full price at $22.39. I bought a camera at an auction and it came with a whole bunch of filters and lenses with it. So I broke everything down, sold the cameras by themselves a while ago, and then I pulled out some of the filters that were kind of valuable or the same and sold them together, and this sold for $15.99 with free shipping. So after putting all the money on the camera, I really have nothing invested in this. This is a glass art paperweight, a duck by Wedgwood, England. That was the company that made it. Pretty small but substantial weight to it. And I have about 50 cents invested into this at a yard sale, and it sold for best offer at $29.50. You've seen me sell some Jeanette glass before. This is a pink milk glass bowl, serving bowl. Paid $15 for this just because I know what Jeanette glass is usually worth. So I'm willing to pay up for it. And this sold for full price at $32.99. I just showed this in my very last video that I did of what is a good buy and what's not a good buy, and how to increase your sales on eBay. So if you're interested in how to increase your sales, check out my last video. But this I picked up at the Goodwill bins. I have about $1.25 invested into it, and it sold within just 2 days for full price at $29.99 with free shipping. This was another Goodwill bins find. Any children riding toy is $3 at my Goodwill bins. So I picked this up for only $3. It was a vintage Marks brand, Tony the Pony. So Marks, as you probably all know, is a very good toy brand to look out for. So I picked this up for $3, and I took a best offer on it for $200 plus shipping. And it shipped to the same state that I live in, so it wasn't too expensive for the buyer or for me. But really nice flip there, so keep an eye out for any Marks brand toys. Pair of voluminous hair rollers. I paid $6 for this at a thrift store, and it didn't come with everything. It only came with 4 of the clips. There's supposed to be 8 because there's 8 rollers. But paid $6 for this, and it sold for full price at $29.99. Pair of Nike Shox men's running shoes. Paid $3 for these at the Goodwill bins, and they sold for best offer at $43.99. This is a Panasonic VHS player. Panasonic VHS players do really well. They sell fairly quickly. I only had this up for about a week. No remote with it, but it sold for full price at $39.99, and I picked this up at the Goodwill bins for $5. I talked about getting a huge lot of beer tap handles. I paid $200 for about 50 beer tap handles, so I'm $4 invested into each one, and I sold this one for $20 with free shipping. A Mizuno ball glove, 11-inch. So this is for a youth player. Paid $2 for this at a yard sale, and it sold for $18.99 with free shipping. Bought this at an auction. Guy had a boatload of camera equipment, vintage camera equipment, and this was brand new. He never used it. Still sealed in the package with all the paperwork. So I paid $14 for this at the auction, and I took a best offer of $80 for it. Hayward EC50 or 40 pool filter head. I used to work in the pool industry, so I know the value of pool equipment, and I buy these at the end of the season, so September, October, that time frame when people are closing down their pools, and I get them for really cheap. So I have about $15 invested into this head, and it sold for full price at $49.99. This is a perfume jar, Chinese snuff perfume jar. I paid $1 for this at a yard sale, and it sold for $13.99 free shipping. This is part of a rainbow vacuum. So this is the tool attachment that goes around the rainbow vacuum. You can put your nozzles on here, wrap your cord up. And I sold the rainbow vacuum in parts and pieces, and just decided to throw this up there instead of pitching it. And it sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And I put all the money on the rainbow vacuum, which I bought for $5. And so I had nothing invested into this piece here. This is the insert of a Keurig coffee machine. So even if you guys don't want to send out big bulky items, if you can get the Keurig machine and you just want to take this insert out, they still sell for decent money if you can get the whole machine for cheap enough. So I was able to buy this by itself for $1, and it sold for $24.99 plus shipping on top. Cuisinart hand mixer. Paid $3 for this at a yard sale, and it sold for full price at $21.99. This was a retail arbitrage find from Lowe's at the end of the season last year. Had all these skeeter beaters, which is mosquito repellent, on sale. I bought as much as I could. I think I had 9, a lot of 9, and then a lot of 8. And the lot of 8 sold a while ago, and this one finally sold this year for $74.99. And I paid $2 per bottle, so I'm about $18 invested into this. About $20 after tax. This I showed in one of my last haul videos. It is a Onkyo equalizer. I paid $20 for this at a thrift store, and it sold for best offer at $65. Little Coach coin purse, keychain. I paid $1 for this at a yard sale, and it sold for $6.99 plus shipping on top. This I got at an auction. I showed in my last video. I sold a rug. This was bought with that rug. It was all on the same cart, so I'm about $6 invested into this rug, and it sold for best offer at $140. Now, not all rugs will sell for great money, obviously, but this one is the Navajo hand-woven Native American style 100% wool rug. So anything with this Aztec kind of Navajo Native American pattern is pretty desirable and will sell for more money than just regular wool rugs. So that was a really good flip. Paid $6 for it and took a best offer at $140. This I also got at a yard sale. I paid $2 for it, and it sold for full price at $42.99. This thing was in pretty bad condition when I got it, but I just polished it up with a little bit of Goo Gone to get off all the sticky residue that was all over it. So it shined up really nice, and it sold for full price fairly quickly within a few weeks, about 3 weeks it took. Also bought this at a yard sale. This is a NASCAR radio. What you can do is you can program this radio to whatever driver's pit crew that you want, and you can listen in to the pit crew talking to the driver while they're racing. So I paid $5 for this at a yard sale, and I took a best offer of $78, free shipping on this. And this fit, I just shipped this out the other day, it fit into a priority rate or regional rate A box. So the shipping was very cheap. It was only about $8. Another beer tap handle, have $4 into it, and it sold for full price at $15.99 plus shipping. A Yingling beer tap handle, $4 into it, and sold for $9.99 plus shipping. I bought these 2 Simpson dolls at a yard sale, paid $1 each for them, and I threw them up there together. And they sold for full price at $29.99. I bought these 2 weekends ago, so about 10 days ago, and they sold fairly quickly. This is a MaxFly Youth Golf Club bag. Paid $5 for it at a yard sale, and it sold for $19.99. And you would think that something like this would cost a lot to ship, but my cost was only about $8.50 to ship this thing. Very, very light, so and pretty compact. Like you said, it was only 31 inches tall, and after packing it was maybe only 33 inches long. So really easy to ship, not going to worry about it getting damaged. So $5 into $20 there. This is a great thing to look out for when you're at estate sales. Books are highly overlooked, and this was bought at an estate sale. The guy was an ex-police officer, and I bought a bunch of his, these are kind of like yearbooks, but other state police books I bought off of him as well as a Pennsylvania State Police jacket. So I bought this, paid $6 for it, and it sold for full price at $59.99 with free shipping, and I sold it or shipped it media mail, so it only cost about $4 or $5 to ship. But yeah, look out for anything state police. Very high collectors items there. People are always looking out for those. This is another Hayward pool filter head. $15 into this, sold for full price at $49.99. Sold one of these before, showed you guys. The last one didn't have this blue strap here, so I priced this one a little bit higher, maybe about $20 higher originally, but I sold it for the same price as the last one at best offer of $110, and I have only $10 invested into this unit. I bought this at a yard sale for $3, just a generic bicycle seat, and it sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Just recently found out about Pokemon cards. Didn't know that they had as much value as what's shown here. So I had to do a little bit of research to educate myself, but I just bought this weekend. So on Saturday, which today's Tuesday, so 3 days ago I bought this. It's a 1999 Wizards of the Coast Charizard card. The more desirable years are going to be the 2000 and 1999 because the manufacturer went to Wizards of the Coast for these cards for those 2 years. So there's less of them. So I paid $10 for this at a yard sale. I picked through all of the young kids' Pokemon cards and only took this one out, and I decided to give him $10 for it. I knew the value was going to be there, and I wanted him to get, you know, a little bit of spending money because he was helping his parents with a yard sale. So I paid up for it, $10, but I sold this, listed it yesterday, and it sold same day for $49.99. And also, during that same yard sale, I picked up a set of Star Trek Deep Space Nine DVDs. This is the complete series, 1 through 7. Paid $15 for all 7 sets, or all 7 seasons, and it sold for full price at $74.99, free shipping. So that's everything that I bought. Grand total for the sales was $1,842.08, and my purchase cost for everything was $228. So after fees of 13% for eBay and PayPal and taking off that $228, my gross profit before any shipping goes into any of these items is going to be $1,374.36 for one week of work. So not too bad. Very happy about this week. I'm still in the works of my video series of how to increase your eBay sales, and I'm going to be putting out that video here in the next few days. So look forward to that. If you want to see more videos like this of what's sold on eBay, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.